Get a notification on this.
It's hard to understand which side it goes.
It's hard to know when it's going properly. Okay, here we go. We are live. How is everybody going today? Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
It's too early, Striker. No?
Well, this is the last one for the year, so I have to make it count.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. Hello, guys. Anybody home? Anybody here?
I can see heaps of people in there. They all blocked you, so they can't see you. So you can't see them today. Yeah. Okay. So what's on the agenda today? Actually, we didn't really plan this until like last night. Lewis said let's do a live video. I had another video planned that I was going to put up, but we thought it's the end of the year. And we'll have a bit of a chat about maybe what's happening next year, some other questions that we've been having around sort of what's happening with the COVID situation, of course, the whole Russia situation. That's sort of that, really, and a few other things actually. What did Luba message me that we're going to talk about?
Yeah, all good.
Our Zoom party.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you.
Okay, so that Zoom party that we had, Luba's going to give you a bit of a thing, a little bit of what it was like. Not too much, because we actually made a video about it. I was going to put it up tonight, but there's some questions in Telegram, and what's our plans for 2022? I'll tell you what, though, I remember doing this type of video last year. Do you remember, Luba, when I was wearing a Santa hat? But I threw it away. I can't wait.
No, I put it back. It was in a trash bin, but I picked it up.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Yes. Maybe
What?
next year. No, but okay. But I remember doing this video, and it was like, and the topic of the video was next year is going to be crazy. And what we had in store, we probably did double that, didn't we? We had no idea we were going to do this other business. We had no idea that we were going to buy an apartment, and all these other things. So, and I tell you, it's just been a blur. So I don't know what you guys are thinking about the last year. Has it been faster than probably all the other years? Maybe not. Maybe it's been slower.
It flies. Time flies, definitely.
The older you get, The older you get.
Okay.
What are you laughing at? You don't know anything. You're too young. You're too young for anything to be moving.
Guys, the first time he said that, he usually say, "Oh, what, you old woman." Okay. Wait.
Okay. Hey, Dave, Dan, Barry, Stephen. Oh, Lonnie. Where you been?
Yeah, great. So today we want to, I don't know, again, for how long it will go. We want to discuss a little bit what's going on. And on Telegram group, if you guys not on our Telegram yet, please join. Really, I try to do the content and I need inspiration. When I see another new person, it's inspiring me. So if you're not on Telegram, please join. And I asked to ask a question. There was two guys who asked, and I will quickly refer to that. So first question is about the COVID. Of course, I would like to find out what the current COVID status, how hard it is to travel to Ukraine right now, and what do you need? I need a Christmas present. He's probably asking what is he need. So, so he.
Not everything is what you need. Okay.
What do you need, Luba? And so according to travel, so we want to a little bit talk about the situation with the borders, with the war, with COVID. So we want to tell you how it is here. And, we at the moment, me, Striker are here. We have two guys who moved here, who also sometimes commenting on Telegram saying that, it's a bullshit, that everything is closed and everything. And we have 3 clients who are traveling, either one is in Ukraine right now and 2 is coming for Christmas. 3 actually. Yes, 1 is coming already to propose to his lady. And so people are traveling, especially if they have already planned, if they're talking to some lady, they know that everything is fine. The lady is staying in touch with them. And of course, they're traveling plus they come to Ukraine and then they travel somewhere else. One of our couples going to Barcelona. Another couple said that it's going to be a surprise. Even for us, they didn't announce where they go, but it's somewhere in Europe as well. And so people who are coming to Ukraine and who are in Ukraine know that it's completely okay at the moment. There's nothing's going on in the cities. I mean, nothing bad. Everywhere in every city, they put down not put up the Christmas tree. There's a lot of celebration, a lot of festivals. And even though this year, for the last 2 years, it's very common, like when the restaurants, big restaurants having celebration in different cities, it was prohibited. So of course, nothing was working. But this year, all the restaurants having some giant big parties for New Year. So it's, to be honest, a big, because for them to put it up, to invite some singers, famous or actors, like it's a big deal. So it's also a factor that, everything is open and everything is working. If any lady, like on our Telegram, there is a guy said that the girl told him that everything is closed, everything is this and that, and her phone is broken. So please don't believe in that. Join our Telegram. We, as much as we are like somewhere doing some stuff, instead except renovation, we're doing the video, and you can see that it is safe and good, and people are getting ready for Christmas. Everywhere is lines, everywhere is traffic, so life is going on. And Striker has an opinion that I support about, why everything is going on, why the media is showing such a
Well, let me just chime in here a wee bit. I'll also just add there about with the COVID thing. So, like, I see what's happening in the world, like back in New Zealand, Australia, and what's probably going to migrate its way over to where a lot of you guys are, with what's actually going on. In Ukraine, like, they do have these like snap lockdowns, right? And funny enough, it always seems to be when there's something going on the border, right? So it's almost as if they look to the West for help, and the West says, yeah, we could probably help you a little bit, but how about you get those vaccines into everyone, So there's a lot of kind of crazy things that happen. But when it comes to the actual lockdown itself, yes, for 1 week, when they announce it for 1 week, it's pretty full on. You have to show whatever to go into like a restaurant. You have to wear a mask. You have to do all that stuff that you guys are doing as well for about 1 to 2 weeks. And then nobody really seems to care anymore. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to happen every time in the future, so don't come here based on that opinion that or that experience that I've seen in the past multiple times over and over and over again. But that's what I see all of the time. There was the supermarket not far from me. When you went into the mall that the supermarket was in, there was security. They said, put your mask on. You put your mask on, you go around, you do the thing and all that stuff. Now it's like the security guard's just standing there on his phone, or he's standing at the front having a cigarette, and nobody cares, So, it just sort of gets, it's like it peaks and then it just tapers off. So that's our experience here. Here it is it's pretty, in terms of freedom, like it actually breaks my heart looking back at back in New Zealand, Australia and stuff like that, of what they're actually going through, and it's like, man, I don't know. I could go on about that for a long time, but if you can, leave.
Hello, everybody who joined. Mamachka, hello. Mamachka always watching us, and Terichka, hello. We're saying hello to Mamachka. So maybe you have to have.
Yeah, actually, I was just thinking about what John Martin said here. It doesn't fly all this COVID nonsense. Yeah, I understand that we're probably, I say blessed. Can I use that word, blessed, to be in a country that that it can be quite open. It's funny. It's like some of the countries that have less freedom than the rest of the world. I guess when it really comes down to it, you kind of, you see a different side to cultures and nationalities and communities and whatever, But anyway, next thing.
So the regulations are still the same. You kind of like better if you are vaccinated and you have a COVID certificate, so you can enter anywhere with no problem. But if you're not vaccinated, you still can travel, and you can show your PCR test that been done. Like to travel to Ukraine, it should be done 72 hours prior. If you're in Ukraine, you can do this antigen test. We can't, of course, tell you like, oh, nobody's checking that. Definitely, sometimes, especially if there was an issue at the restaurant, then they will check it more clear. And we're not gonna tell you, oh, go to this place or this place. Of course, like between us friends, like in my female community and my other community, like we go for a Thursday, we go for breakfast together, and we're going to the restaurant close to the location that is convenient for everybody. And so like it's 10 of us and maybe 3 is not vaccinated. So it depends, we sometimes go, and because it's a lot of us, so one is just, sneaking together with us, even though they're asking, but they would not stay and check 10 people. Sometimes, we, if it is less of us, we not like they're not going, we're not vaccinated. So it's pretty flexible, and everybody in every city, all the ladies, they know which place to go, like that is safe, where you can go if you are not vaccinated. But the test you need to have for sure, and that is kind of like not a problem. You still need to have an insurance. So the entrance rules for Ukraine didn't change, like nothing changed, and people are very excited about, travelers and tourists. So they're welcome, they're happy, everything is like super nicely decorated. A lot of restaurants, like especially like I did the video on Telegram, I was like staying there and I was so impressed. It was so beautifully decorated. So people really invest a lot of money and effort to surprise people and make them look nice. So don't worry about that. It's getting a little bit colder, but still, a lot of places, a lot of things are open. And Ukraine is actually, I don't know how interesting is for you or no. I know that in different countries they was arranging different support, but here in Ukraine they're giving 1,000 hryvnias. That is about, I didn't even count, so $30. $37 support for people who did 2 vaccinations, like 2 shots. And but this money,
it's not support, it's a bribe.
Right?
It's an
I don't know,
incentive.
but
They're doing it in many
this
countries.
is support. But anyway, like you can't, like interesting part of that is that like we have an app, this like Dia app, everything is like very like digital, and you can get 1,000 hryvnias and you can spend them only in certain places. You can spend it on gym, or buying like some books online, or going to cinema, or going to a museum. Striker is laughing.
Because yes, I do work for them. It's like you're selling. It's like you're selling.
I'm just telling you, it was interesting. No, I never got any support.
What it is I know that a lot of countries, they did go down that route of like kind of incentivizing people to go and get vaccinated. They did it here as well, but the incentive was funny. Well, not funny, but the incentive was a $30 movie ticket.
But like in New Zealand, my friend lives in New Zealand, and it's not you. So like she says,
Okay, keep going.
Because and she said, like, their support is different. Here it was like it's all that they give it. I don't want to discuss, like they was also giving like some money to the entrepreneurs before. So I'm just saying what it is now. Maybe somebody really wants to get the 1,000 hryvnias. I'm just telling. Money is money.
I haven't been to the movies in years. I'm keen to go. Yeah. Let's go.
I don't. Yes. Okay. So. COVID, we agreed, like, yes, you need to be tested and bring the COVID test. If you are vaccinated, like I'm opening the official website, if you're vaccinated, then so entry conditions: document confirming receipt of one or more doses of COVID-19 vaccine, digital COVID certificate confirming a negative result, or PCR test of rapid antigen test, which is done no more than 72 hours before entry, COVID insurance, and etc. So everything is good on this matter, but this is changing all the time. So like if you're traveling like next week, check it up to date.
Yeah, and these things, they sort of come in like out of nowhere. I know that if like you're going back home to the United States, as of I think last week, maybe the week before, you have to have a 24-hour test, so no greater than 24 hours, even if you are vaccinated, and that's because of this new what is it called?
Omicron. It's a new variant.
Omicron.
Okay, so next thing that we want to discuss a little bit, it's about our Zoom party. So it was funny that as soon as we had it, like we got like messages like, how did I miss it? How did oh my god, I wish I would join. And I thought, honestly, it's so interesting because sometimes like we announce it and we don't want to sound like, oh guys, like we don't want to post a lot about this. I don't want to remind you every day on Telegram. We don't want to
sometimes Luba wants to say something. She'll say something about, let's tell them about this. I'll say, no, it just sounds cheesy, like we're trying to sell something, but we have to tell them, oh no, let's just talk about like COVID or something.
No, let's talk about sex. It's what it said. And it's like another video about that. But anyway, sorry. So yes. And like, I don't know, we're going to have a next Zoom party in February. I'm telling you right now. So we will have maybe in the middle, in between, but it's already set up, like for the guys who who asked for this time, but it was too many of them, so we can't feed them in one Zoom call. But the new Zoom call that we actually taking the guys on going to be in February. So we did a video about that. So we're not going to talk a lot, but I will tell you just one thing, that both me and Striker were pretty surprised with the results and how it went and how interesting it was and how interactive. So we have some things to improve according to technical, maybe a little bit issues like with sound, and maybe to make it a little bit more interactive, so people not like just waiting for their turn but to speak. But in general, Striker, what do you think?
I think it was good. It was surprising.
He's very speakable, but watch the video. He's a little bit more fulfilling there.
Right.
Okay.
Luba did a very, I don't know why. Like I don't know. I've sort of seen people try and do things like that online, and I was always very skeptical of it, and video chatting, blah blah blah. But Luba really did smash it. I mean, I guess it just takes someone to do it properly for it to work, I suppose. But yeah, very interesting. But watch the video. I'll upload it either tomorrow or the day after that. Dave was just saying he's got British insurance that covers me for COVID. Would that suffice coming to Ukraine, or do I still need to buy the Ukraine? You need to buy the Ukrainian one. That's all they care about, and it's cheap. Really, really cheap.
Yeah, it's not expensive, but it's better for you than staying there and arguing that, saying, oh, I have my British one. Like, it will cost you $10, $15, $20, like depending on how long you're coming for. And Henry, did I get your email? I will definitely have a look. I haven't seen. I will check. After the call, are sold out. That's what I want to go. The Kiev tours are sold out. That's where I want to go. Okay, which tours? Like, what do you talk about? Maybe you need to talk to us before you go. Where are you going? What are you doing?
Okay. Oh, actually, I'll just take. I know people maybe no one's actually mentioned it yet, but the whole Russia debacle that's going on. But I'll just summarize it really fast. I don't want to talk about a lot about it because I think it's kind of overspoken about. But the buzz, the fear, the drama. It's not in Ukraine. It's created by like the Washington Post that posted an article a little while ago about it. It's all news to people over here. Long story short, Putin even himself has said, like, I'm not going to do it, which doesn't mean he's not going to do it. Of course, I'm not that naive, but I'm also not so naive that an article in the Washington Post can be used as intel to say on the 25th of January that Russia is going to invade. For what reason exactly? And the way they write it too, it's like they're going to come through the port of Odessa. I'm like, Odessa? Man, it's winter. Go somewhere else. Nothing to do here. Nothing to see here. But seriously, yeah, it's fluff. It's just rubbish.
And the worst part is that
it's just
nobody.
Shit. That's all it is. It's just them trying to rival up views or subscriptions, whatever. It's not going to happen. I'm telling you now.
And the worst part is that really, like, it's nothing discussed. Like, they're not discussing it here. So I think it's more like on some other kind of level of, I don't want to call it game, because of course we don't know, but we just talk about like what is actually going on and the moods of the people. And so I think, Henry, I just opened, yes, sorry, it went to spam. I just opened your email. So this was your concerns about Russia. So, we live day by day, and the current rules, of course, in the regulation. Okay. For each country, an arrival entrant must have an insurance policy issued by a Ukrainian company. Yes. So,
like Ukraine has been at war since 2014, right? And there are some very rich and powerful people that benefit from that war, because that war prevents Ukraine kind of being part of the west of the Western world, because they're at war, right? Even though it's not really recognized as a war. So it prevents them from, joining other, groups such as NATO or EU. And there are some powerful people, I guess you could say, in Ukraine that don't want Ukraine to be part of EU. And the reason is because the corruption would be squeezed out by probably just another set of corrupt laws. But it's benefiting a lot of people, that war being there. But that's as far as it's going to go. it's not going to go any further, and hopefully one day it finishes, because I think it's just a complete and utter total waste of time and lives. I think it was like 18,000, I think, or 20,000 people that have died there. For what? So it's yeah, but I mean, Russia's not going to come in and take over Ukraine. Why? That would be like, I don't know, it'd be like adopting a cousin with, who needs a lot of work or something like that. So there's nothing really here for it to be beneficial, and it'll cause a lot of death and war.
Yeah. Okay, let's stay on a positive side of the moon, and we definitely gonna update you if there's anything gonna be. So we also do not have an interest of like you guys coming and then like it's some kind of problems that we also will be part of, like that we will to take care. Like, but so far, as I said, like guys are traveling, guys are coming. Some guys are already here, and if you not fear of cold weather, then definitely come over, because summer is going to be crazy. If you're talking about our tours, so we are doing limited amount of tours next year. There's many reasons for that. Some of them already sold out. The schedule for the tours that are still available is on our website.
No.
So please.
No, it's not.
It's not. Sorry, guys. Why?
It was. I started doing it, and I was trying to organize everybody so it was 100% accurate all the time. But then we've had 2 people and just another one this week, not cancelled, but like postponed for another one because of circumstance. And it makes it difficult because that spot could have been, so I'm just going to like leave it and just say message us if you want to.
No, but the dates that I gave you, did you still have it there?
Yeah, it's there.
The dates are there. So okay, so there's the dates. You just need to like definitely before you apply for the tour, you need to talk to us. But the dates that would be available are on the website, I think, still. So because I was creating the schedule for the next year, and this is what.
Also, the 6-date package which we were having over in winter has been incredibly popular, especially for people coming at the last minute. Funny enough. So
it's crazy. It's like we just talked to the guys.
Again, once I thought that it was not going to be something that was going to be incredibly great, but of course, Luba was correct on that one. But yeah, it's always. Well, no, it's
what did you say? Sorry, it was breaking. It was breaking. What did you say? Luba was what? What was Luba?
Luba was.
You can't say that, guys. It's how I read.
But I think what it is also is like people coming at the last minute. They're limited in what we would normally do. So normally, like, we start the matchmaking process about 1 month out before your trip over to Ukraine. So sometimes if somebody's coming and they've got like a week and a half or 2 weeks, it's fast. And instead of saying, well, why don't you just buy the 12-date package and then them not being able to do the dates, or it'd be difficult or just stressful or whatever, we say that, like 6-date package, okay, last minute sort of a thing, plans have changed, let's see what we can do. So it's been interesting, hasn't it? It's been very an interesting year of things that we've done that we didn't plan to do, but it's been good.
Yeah, listen, for some reason I can't do what I wanted to do here with the hiding and highlighting the messages. But anyway, about the insurance, all our clients are getting the insurance for free. And if you're not a client, we can advise you where to get it. So do not overpay. It should become more.
Yeah, it's not difficult to get. It does seem a little bit daunting, insurance in Ukraine.
Yeah, but you need to have it to just prevent any problems. Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Perfect.
so
thank you so much for the compliment, but I'm still waiting for your email after the Zoom party. So he was the one who participated, and I hope that he enjoyed it. Okay. Do you have any questions before we share with you our thoughts about New Year? So as you know that we are renovating apartment, and finally we are seeing the end. We're seeing the end of this beautiful, beautiful.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, I would probably not believe. When we started that, like it was not like it was our together idea, but when we came to this apartment, we just like we check one apartment, I don't remember, second and then third, and I said I want it, and he said okay, and I'm like I never get apartments so easy. And so, but it's really like very, very nice.
Socials.
I mean, my skills have become like, I don't need any iPhones or like it's boring. Computers, apartments. Now it's apartments, and I got him on this. So we really like love that one for many different reasons, and we decided that we will try. It's interesting because Odessa at the moment is like a hub for investment. Odessa nowadays is like the property here become like it's so good, like every new building is something new, something very interesting, something very progressive. Can you please remove this comment from the screen? So it's something very
This one's better.
uh, something very progressive. So a lot of competition, and as you know, when there is a competition, the quality become better, and every construction company and every developer trying to do something nice. And a striker yesterday I showed him was like a little bit cold in apartment, and he said like, "What's the?" And I said, "It's an app," and he said like, "What?" App for the heating? Like he would never probably think that in Ukraine we would have it, but there's like now they're building an apartment with a built-in system of a smart house where you can from your phone control the temperature in your apartment. So you can make it lower, you can make it higher, you can check everything. So it's super convenient. And so renovation of apartment been different experience, definitely, like because for so many years I've been doing dating. According with dating, I was doing travel agency and I was working for a construction company. I was planning to move to Turks and Caicos islands in Caribbean to build the Hilton hotel there. So it was like so many different things. But nowadays, like when you actually doing this, like when you actually renovating, when we're going to this epicenter, like back and forth, and I posted on Telegram that we spent there over 100 hours, the guy's saying like, what? Like 100 hours in it. It's like Home Depot. And yeah, we're really trying, we're trying to do it. So as you know, there was like the guy who was renovating, like a couple of guys, and they just disappear, and we have to find another one. So it was like whole new experience for us. We don't want to go into much details because like this channel is actually about dating, but we're just sharing with you what is happening with us humans, Luba and Striker. And so if you haven't seen and you don't know what we're talking about, so please check our other channel. Striker will put all the links in description.
Yeah, there's a link down below. It's a strange old industry, the old dating one, because you have the dating, and then it sort of fringes off into these other things, And one of those things that people talk to us about is buying property in Ukraine, because it is a lot cheaper. You can get some, especially with new buildings. Like we don't advocate for buying old buildings, even though usually they're city centre. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a video about it on our other channel, but there can be some pretty strange and unusual and unwanted things with some of those buildings. So we're a big advocate for the new buildings, and some of them are absolutely incredible. Like we went and looked at one, and we almost put it, like it was on the plans. We almost put down a deposit for it. And the only reason I didn't want it is because it was too far from the beach. But now they're building this, and it's basically a city within the city. So people
and the price jump higher,
yeah.
like 4 times.
We could have like just bought it off the plans, put down a deposit, just paid some payments, whatever it is,
and sell it now for 4 times more.
Sell it now and make a huge profit on that. So, all of these things got us kind of thinking, and so we started doing a little bit of research, and so it's like part of our project for next year, which is, and maybe it's interesting to some guys, maybe it's not. I'll watch the subscriber count here. If it goes below, below this, what is now, stop talking. But basically, for guys that are looking to come over here, whether it's investments, whether it's to move here, retire here, or even if you're younger, just and you work remotely to come here, is that we started coming up with this idea of making it a little bit easier for foreigners to buy apartments. I went and did it, and it is a nightmare. And even now, I'm still, well, not so bad now, but after that, even though I went through it at least one time, we'll say, it was still very confusing. So we wanted to try and simplify that process. So what we've been doing for the last 6 months is been.
Do you want to see I just look around on my desk and I think like, oh my God. So I don't read books anymore, guys. So this is my books now. This is like what I'm learning.
So what we did is we basically managed to start from the bottom of the small construction companies and work our way up to the big construction companies and form partnerships
And this
with
is
them.
a new And this is a new business center.
This is where we're going to put our next one in that one, hopefully. But it's also about finding out what's happening before anyone else does. Like you could talk to a real estate agent and they'll just bullshit you. You know, we know that in New Zealand, Australia, or US, when a real estate agent lies, they lose their license. They get put in the newspaper for whatever, you know, and it turns into a real. Over here, it's not like that. They'll just lie and then say goodbye and see you later. So we wanted to sort of change some of those things. But the biggest thing is that like we've both had to study how these development companies build their buildings from the ground up, and they tested us on it in order for us to be able to allow us to be partners with them. So it's been pretty full on anyway. But I won't go into too much into it because it's a dating channel anyway. But the subscriber count didn't go down too low. So it's been pretty interesting anyway. So that's been a lot of work as well as dating. So.
Yeah, so you know, we decided, like me and Striker, like our thing is that, and I think that I always was like that. And when I met Striker, like it like accumulate everything that we're doing is that we don't do half measures. Like if we do something, we do it like full time, and I mean 100%. So about the property, a lot of people are talking about this. Everybody, and nowadays it's crazy. Like you know, that's because the market is so dynamic, like it's so high. Then every other person is real estate now. Like no matter any group you will join, any Facebook, everybody's real estate, everybody's selling something. But when we start doing that, I said, Striker, I don't want to do that. Like of course I live here and of course I can advise something, but if I don't have a proper knowledge, I don't want to do anything with that, because it's money, it's responsibility, and you know, it's like something that people should understand. Because like I was watching one video about investment that was actually interesting, and the guy was saying that like they was asking what you invest in and etc. And so he said, and they asked about the Bitcoin, you know, and he said, I don't invest in cryptocurrencies because I don't understand it. He said, you shouldn't invest in something that you like if you have some idea, then of course, but if you have no idea what it is or how to operate it, you shouldn't do that. So a lot of people they want to do it, like they think that property is a good idea, but they have no idea what to do it, like, and especially the difference in Ukraine about that. And so we went, and at the moment, I don't know, should I give a little teaser? You know, like last like 6 months, like I do a lot of studies, like I do a lot of research. I go to official courses. I get a lot of like not licenses, because in Ukraine the real estate industry is not need license such as like in US. But this is like my personal license, you know, license to know, like to have the knowledge. And we doing I do a lot of studies in Striker as well, and we talk to the developing companies, how to say that, Striker, so that we can represent them, right?
Yeah, they're pretty strict on it, you know. And it's anyway, we don't want to talk about it anymore. But we've got one meeting this week, and this is like the boss level at the end of the game, where we like started with the small companies, because you know, to build credit, and then as you go to the next one, it's like, oh, you've got them on board, and then now we've got, if we get this one,
very good, yeah.
It'll be cool. So anyway, so that's what we're doing anyway. So just, I don't know, kind of just.
We're still gonna do dating, guys, you know. We're still super passionate about that. We still love it. And yes, if you are subscribed to our channel, like I mean Telegram, we are growing a little bit, and now we do have assistant of assistants. You know, we do have our personal wing woman, and it's not just Striker's wing woman, it's our as I they ask it like it is Striker's personal assistant. So we're growing, we're learning, we're progressing, we're trying to make our service better, and we still do the like our strategy calls that, you know, take a big part of what we're doing. And I actually enjoy it very much, because it's like we're getting the information from the people, we're getting the information, the requests, the needs, the urge, like the craving of people, what people want, what people worry about, what people need. Because when we started the Heart Rate, Striker said, Luba, let's Striker said that we need to solve the problem. So if we see the problem in something, we want to solve it and help you to find the best answers. So this is kind of our plans for next year, along with the datings, with the dates, with the dating, and the wedding that we're gonna have. Because like we do have, I just posted something on Facebook, and one of our couples, he said, I guess you're coming to US. And so like there's 3 weddings that, you know, I don't know will we attend or no, but we're invited, and like we need to, like I said, can you please make all of them like in March, so I don't have a tour, and like and we and we have time to come. So we'll see. But it's been a great year according to dating. Like I'm really, really happy. And we didn't like put any benchmarks like or any deadlines with Striker or any like numbers of what we want to achieve, like how much we want to make or anything like that. But definitely, I think that both me and him didn't expect that this year would be that interesting and productive, I would say. So
Yeah. So that's pretty much what we're doing for it's gonna be like this, and we're gonna be here again going, remember when we did that video last year, just talking about this whole new thing? So I don't know, what are you guys up to next year? You know, are you guys coming over to you know, I can't stress this enough. You know, like I could talk for an hour on what it's like to live in Ukraine. And I sort of came here kind of randomly, like I don't know if you guys know the story or not, but I came here just to chill out for the summer and then travel around Europe, and then coronavirus hit about 6 months after that. So that's why, you know, like I sort of been here ever since. But I never would have imagined that out of all the places in the world, coming from New Zealand, which is pretty free, you know, that Ukraine would be such a free place to still go to the beach and go to a restaurant and do whatever it is, you know. So, you know, I like just, you know, my advice is if you can sort of get away for a bit, if you are, you know, can work remotely, like it's really, really good here, you know. Yeah, that's all I say. And it snowed yesterday for about 10 minutes. And it was the exact same 10 minutes that I was walking to the shop, which was unfortunate. But yeah, we had our first snow yesterday. What else are we talking about? I don't know what we're talking about. Where are we? Who am I? What are we doing?
well, thank you for the guys who joined the Telegram during this chat. I don't know. For me, it's such a like I every day check, and if I see somebody that is not very welcome there, I remove it.
Oh yeah, yeah. We've had guys like, let's say, competition, opposition, try and
It was
sneak in.
very interesting.
The stupid thing is like we can see who you are. Like this is not anonymous, so we can see that you are the owner of that company or you run that YouTube channel. Like it's not hidden; it's obvious.
But you know, it's always making me Striker say, but it's good, you know, like people see us as a competitors. But I said, no, like it's my private, it's my personal Telegram group. Only my friends are welcome. So
I think it's funny when people copy us. That's the funniest one. When people like, there was like, why are they copying our video? I'm like, it's funny, but I don't want them to copy it. It's like my father always said, people don't copy losers.
if Mike said it's good. Hello, Papa. Yeah, oh, thank you so much, Dave. Finally, today is a big holiday in Ukraine. Happy St. Nicholas Day. So
I don't even know this.
I know. I give up on expecting something from you.
I'm explaining things to you.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I actually want to talk a little bit about holidays, just quickly. I think it will be useful for you. Yeah, 1 second. What?
No, sorry, no, go ahead. I'm just going to put this here just to remind me of something.
Yeah. So what to talk? So this holiday, St. Nicholas Day, you know, I was watching something and like, so this holiday is basically for the children expecting. So St. Nicholas, it's like, we have a Russian Santa, but it's even Russian Santa. So it's his brother or something like that. So a lot of children expect gifts under the toys. Gifts and toys under the pillow.
Under the toys.
Under the and they
that's
like
typical. Typical
yeah.
Ukrainian females want gifts under toys.
You should have the goal to have Striker get a good computer and not that Mac. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Tracy. So so this is basically for children, and then we have a Christmas that I think year or 2 years ago, your Christmas, like that you're celebrating 24th, 25th of December, become our official day off as well. So a lot of Catholic people is it Catholic, right? Just
Catholic.
sorry.
Yeah.
Catholic, yeah. Sorry. So on 25th, they celebrating as well. And I think people here are very, very open to any holidays, especially if it is a day off. And then after that, like we have a Christmas and the Christmas, not Christmas, sorry, the New Year Eve on 31st. So in Ukraine, this is the day when people celebrate the most. So this is the day when people are really like going out. There's a lot of fireworks going on. People are drinking and eating and having a lot of movies and dances and everything. So the New Year Eve is the day when everything is happening. All the gifts are giving, all the wishes are saying, all the calls are doing. So all the forgives and etc. etc. So this is the main holiday. And then 6th to 7th of January, it's our Christmas when it's very family holiday when you meeting with your families and also with your godparents, because when you got baptized in Ukraine, you got godmother, godfather, and then on this particular holiday you should go there. They can give you, like, usually it's about food. So for Christmas, for New Year, you're getting gifts, like it can be iPhone and MacBook. I'm joking. So you're getting proper gift. You're getting a proper gift. Then on Christmas, usually you get some chocolate, or you get some food, or you get some oranges, like some fruit baskets, and etc. So why I'm saying that is that if you're dating a lady in Ukraine and you're watching our video, so the good thing will be like you need to know that for New Year it should be like a proper personal gift. For Christmas, it can be more like a gift for your family. For example, you know that you're going to visit somebody, and you get her like a basket of different goodies.
Or if she like hints that she likes Apple products, you could get her, instead of
basket of apples.
You could get her like some Brayburns or some
Like this joke become like a daddy joke.
Like a what?
Like dad's joke.
Oh, dad. Oh, okay. Just making sure you weren't losing your mind then for a minute.
I'm losing my mind. Okay.
What are we doing?
Yeah, I found where around. Oh, wait, Dave, please. So yes, this is about the holidays, and after that, they're going to be 14th of February that you need to put in a calendar and circle in red. That is important to remember if you're dating a Ukrainian lady. And then 8th of March. And also the guys usually hesitating here. They're thinking, oh, like if I just gave her a gift on 14th of February, why would I give her another gift in like 3 weeks? Honestly, on 8th of March, it doesn't have to be like a super big gift, but it must be flowers. It must be something that would, make her know that she has a man. And if you don't give it to her, trust me, you will be in trouble. Unfortunately, this is how it works in Ukraine.
Yeah. Like I'm not one for these kind of bullshit holidays, but you just kind of have to do it. It's like, it's something you don't. How would I relate this? It's like a lunar eclipse. It's like it doesn't come around that often, but you have to pay attention, even though you don't really care.
Yeah. But if you are dating at the moment, if you are with your lady, and it's very important to just take care, like to pay attention at these little things, because especially like the lady, if you're still qualifying each other. And I know that guys are not thinking about, like, they think, oh, gifts, it's not that important, I don't need anything, if she's lovely and caring, like that's enough for me. For the lady, it's a little bit different. And I'm not talking about iPhones. I'm not like, of course it become like a joke, of course, but in general, you should pay attention at that. And if you want advice, or you don't know what to give, or like what is the best to order in Ukraine, also on our Telegram group, like I sometimes share the ideas of what I got for our ladies, because we do deliveries as well. And so the guys can choose, and I can always advise according to your age, your interests, your cities. Whatever I can do, I will do, because I really do enjoy doing gifts. I don't know, arranging them, preparing them. I really.
That's for me. It's for me. It's my reminder, because this is
okay.
What he's saying is what a lot of men think, and I just want to discuss it for a little bit.
Okay, go ahead. I will leave. I don't want to discuss money.
No, but like what Gregory is saying here with these dollar signs is that money. Like she's after money, perhaps, or it's going to cost you money, and all those sorts of things. One thing that I have learned, I'm going to say only from coming over to Ukraine and sort of trying to figure things out a little bit on a deeper level than maybe what some of the other guys may think, is that how we think of gifts, let's say money, let's even break it down a bit further, and let's say like resources, or even break it down further and say the ability to provide, right? We're on completely different frequencies when it comes to how we think and what women think, right? So if a woman is thinking to herself, and like we've had so many examples of this, and I've seen them for years, where it's like the guy she'll hint that she wants something, right? And he won't buy it because he's thinking, like, why? I've come all the way over here to see her. Like, I bought a perfume at the airport, whatever. Why would I buy her this? He doesn't sort of see it for what it really is. It's not dollars, 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 dollars. It's a shit test, right? So, and this actually causes a lot of issues when it comes to, probably I'd say all of them. I wouldn't say all the issues, maybe not all, but a lot of them when these relationships start to turn to shit, is that when it comes down to the lady hinting she wants something, and him thinking, well, why should I have to buy that? Like she's only after me for money, and she's thinking on a different frequency, thinking that that no, I'm not after his money. I just want to see if he's going to be there for me if I move to his country and I have no support network, or I have no job or car anyway to get around. Is he going to be there? So they're just testing each other. And these relationships always will start to turn to shit, and it declines very, very fast when one of them initiates this first shit test. And it's usually the woman that does it because she feels she wants to test him. She'll test him with that. He'll respond in the incorrect manner. She'll get shitty. He'll then get shitty and say, well, she's only after money. She'll think, well, he's not going to take care of me if I get there because I've got no money and resources or friends or family when I get there. And then one of them will say something like, well, she's obviously not interested in pursuing further. And he'll say, well, I'm not either. And that's the end of it. And I would say about 90% of our clients who are in relationships right now have been through this. And if it wasn't for us to say, hey, look, you're kind of reading each other wrong here. What you're doing is you're testing each other too far. And one of you, neither one of you are going to fail. This is how all these relationships, and it's a key part, I believe, to the 3-month war when these relationships turn to shit. She has to test him, right? She has to test him to see when she moves there with nothing, a couple of suitcases, he's going to be there to support her, to take care of her, because ultimately, like, it's her survival, especially if she's got children, which she may or may not have. But if she wants to have children in the future, she's got to think about those things as well. The problem is, as men, we don't think about those things because we think of this. We think in a romantic way. We think, I want a woman that's going to love me for who I am, for all my flaws, for all, the love that I can give. I'm not perfect, but it doesn't work that way at all. You have to demonstrate to the woman that you are capable of taking care of her for the long term, because if it's for the short term, it doesn't matter. And a lot of guys get the short term and the long term mixed up. And what they do is they buy these fancy dinners and things like that. That's not demonstrating to her that you can take care of her for the long term. It doesn't give her the feeling of safety or anything like that, because she probably knows that you've done all these things for other women as well. So, it's something to think about. So go ahead and think about that.
And also, I want to say something that guys maybe will blame me for that, but I'm very difficult with gifts, and Striker will confirm that, and all my friends will confirm, all my family. I don't know why I become like that. I don't know why I say that.
I can't even, she's like, I'm not going to tell you what. All I say to her is like, just send me a link and I'll buy it. Send me a link and I'll buy it.
But anyway, what I want to say is that I know that there is like a problem that I know that is happening with our couples, and I think that it is not because somebody tried to offend each other. I think in general, like, people do not plan to offend each other. People do not try to hurt each other or do something on purpose. And especially when the guy hurt the wrong color of the purse, or like it's in the wrong size of the perfume. It's not because he's trying to offend her. Like, he actually had the best intention in his heart. But the way that ladies build, like, a very like this, like it's like a match, you just like burn, and me myself as well. And sometimes, I think that it would be good if I would be a little bit more patient, and because it's not, I would not call it disrespect. I think that, but you definitely hurt somebody's feeling when you are so emotional about something. So, and some ladies, they show this emotion outside. Some ladies are keeping them inside, and this is even worse, because when they're keeping this inside, because the guys, I think that they're solving the problems. Like if they have a problem, they go and solve it without example striker. It's true. Rather than here, be quiet.
Look, I'm just a simple man, simple needs.
But I would like to say then that, it's better when the lady is saying to you rather than she keeping it inside. And then one day, I'm telling you, the bucket will be full and you will be shocked when she throw it all in you. And so in Ukraine, it's very important to give a gift for the lady for her birthday. I know that you have so much to say, Striker. I know, just wait.
Just come on. No, sorry, keep back.
But anyway, I want to say that it's very important, like a birthday gift, for example, because some guys they say, "Oh, it's not popular it's not common to give a gift for birthday in America because we we're going for dinner, and this is the gift." In Ukraine, it's not. So it it kind of doesn't really matter. Do you like it or no? It is how it is, and this probably will not be able to change until you are like longer in a relationship. When you are together for 3, 4, 5 years at least, then of course like you can discuss it, you can negotiate, you can ask her for link, you don't have to surprise her, etc. It's normal. It's like it's better this way. But if you're together for at the beginning, like then it's very important like to surprise, to show that you were trying, and like to maybe find out what she wants like a little bit in advance, not right before the holiday, like just to try to find out like what she was looking for, what she was interested in. But the birthday, I'm not striker, I'm talking about in general, nothing in.
How can I take myself out of this so I can keep going?
But anyway, I want to say that like the birthday is important. And also I don't know how it is in US because it seems a little bit different, but a lot of ladies like telling me that guys are bringing a lot of small gifts. And for example, the amount that the guys spend on these gifts is like $150, and it can be like this like 10 little small items that was like 10-15 bucks. And sometimes for the guys they think, oh, it's better to give like a big basket like with different little things, like it can be some blankets, some candles, some little like things for the kitchen or something. So this like, and they think, but it's great, it's great, I give you a lot of gifts. But for Ukrainian lady, and I think it's after the Soviet Union happened, it's much better to give like one gift that is better, like for the same amount, than give her 10 small ones. And some guys they literally don't know that. And again, when they do something like a lot of gifts, it's just because it's their culture and they're trying to do the best what they think is the best for them. But for Ukrainian lady, it's so much better to just give it like something bigger, better for this amount of money that you were planning to spend. This is just my friendly advice. I don't tell you like what to do. Of course you still can do anything you want, but if you want to show her that Ukraine, this is what you should do. What do you mean? Are the gifts mutually returned? I don't mean on the
one thing that we talk to our clients about, and I reckon 100% of them don't understand it at the start, even though we say it. But it's when it comes to the support. I don't know, it's going to be a long video if we talk about that, isn't it? But when it comes to, I'll try and summarize it quite fast. I think we may talk about it in the course. I'm not even sure. Can't remember. But when it comes to the support, right? So we always say to the guys, like, you want to open up a bank account when you get here. And some guys sort of go, oh my God, if I'm opening up a bank account, whenever you open a bank account in the United States, it's like there's going to be some serious shit that's going on there. There's going to be interest rates. There's going to be, I'm going to be putting money in. There's going to be part of a mortgage or something. But it's not really like that. So the reason that we say that, right, is because you open up a bank account in Ukraine. It's free to open it. Luba has a very good contact for all of our clients when they get to Dnipro, I think it is. And it's done like really, really fast. So the idea behind that is that when you meet a lady, again, I'll talk about that she's looking for a man that's going to support her. That's going to be somebody that's going to be there for her, right? It's got really not that much to do with money, more so what the money is going to provide, right? So what opening a bank account does is that it allows you to sort of step into that driver's seat in a country which is really difficult to do if you don't speak the language, right? And you guys have been over here before, you've been dating. It's very tempting to say to the lady, can you organize a taxi or what restaurant, whatever, So we advise against that, obviously. But if you open up a bank account, it has an incredible app, right? And this app, you can pay for anything on this app. You can pay for your power, you can top up your phone, you can have groceries sent to your house, you can buy tickets for the train, a whole bunch of stuff. To be honest, it's like the best banking app that I've ever seen in my entire life, and it's in Ukraine, so funny that. And so what you can do is that you can just put money on it yourself. You send it from your bank account or your TransferWise account or whatever, and you can send to her groceries, when it comes to like the end of the week. And it's like, okay, I'm going to send her a nice little thing straight to her house, or in there you can load into her power bill, or a power bill or water bill or heating bill, and you just take care of it. And it's nothing. Like the power bill might cost like $100, probably, maybe not, depending on the time of the year, $100 a month. Sending groceries might cost you like $40 or something to send like some nice vegetables or whatever from the shop. And so when it comes down to gift buying, if she's a legit lady and she sees that you're taking care of her power bill, you're topping up her cell phone with cell phone bills are like incredibly cheap. Like we were discussing one the other day, and it was like I had to choose between 50 megabit download for my apartment or 100 megabit. And I said to Lou, like, what's the difference? She says, it's probably like $2. So why would you even contemplate that? It's so ridiculously cheap for some of these services. So you can pay for those things along the way, and she automatically feels as though you've taken care of her, right? You're not buying Chanel perfume, you're not buying fancy shoes, you're not doing fancy holidays. If she's legitimate, she's going to appreciate the fact that you're spending maybe $250, something like that.
But you're talking about like the monthly. You're talking about monthly kind of thing, right?
Yeah, but it could be the monthly, and then the guy comes over here. She doesn't have to, like on a deep set level, on an evolutionary level, she doesn't feel like she won't understand it, but she doesn't have to run those shit tests. She's not sitting there going, what am I going to do? I need to figure out if this guy's going to take care of me when I get there. She already understands it. You've been paying for a power bill, which has been $100. It's been $300 for the last 3 or 4 months. She already understands that. She knows that this guy's got me sorted. She's not thinking this because it's like subconscious. She already feels it. She feels comfortable. She feels settled. She feels as though that this man is taking care of me. And it's cost you probably a tenth of what it would cost you buying 10 gifts on the way over here, picking up Chanel perfume, impressing her with it, and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, that's just my advice.
But I kind of like agree and disagree, of course.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, the first time
I think no, what Striker is saying is very right about providing her this like little support. This is definitely not when you just met. It's not when you just, after the first trip and then you start the next.
Hang on. Let me clarify. Not when they just met. Why would they do it when they're in a relationship?
Of course, it's when you're in a relationship, because if you just met, like there should be this period of time when you're surprising each other, when you're getting something for each other, writing poems, doing some crazy stuff, keeping the memories. This is this is very important to remember, that when you're in a relationship and you can provide her this is, of course,
I think if the guy goes and he's on the first date and he says, "Do you have Instagram?" She says, "Yes." And he says, "Can I also have the details for where you live and your power bill account number?" I don't think it's that well. But yeah, I think we're talking about the same thing. If you're in a relationship, coming back second, third, fourth time, whatever. Yeah. But I think Lou was talking.
Okay.
It's difficult to understand, like defining the relationships. You guys have done our course. We talk about that in there. Defining the relationship, it's a difficult. Well, it's not that difficult, but do the course and you'll understand. Link in the description below. We talk about defining the relationship, because what happens is a lot of guys just can't define it, and they feel like they're in it, but they're not. And she's kind of taking advantage, or she's, whatever. We're talking about scammers there, but even if it's not a scammer, it's like, at what stage should I start doing what Striker said with this app or whatever? When do I get to that stage where I should be doing that? And it certainly isn't after the first date. It probably, depending on how things go on that first trip, it may not even be after the first trip.
And we're there for you to support you. We're there for you to say when it is, and like to advise you on that. And that's why we have this ERS, education, resource, and support. But what we're saying, like what Striker is saying, is really like when the guys just know how to fulfill your phone, and he put $10 on your phone unexpectedly, it's like, a long time ago, I remember I was dating a guy, and he, like, it was like at school, and he put like 5 hryvnias on my phone. It was like 25 hryvnias total or something. I remember this moment till now. This 5 hryvnias was just like really, like, he thought that, I may have no money on my account to message him or something. So it's like, it's very, very cute and nice. And of course, this is happening, like, this is how you can understand that she's legit, when you understand that, she appreciates such things. About bank, like, we recommend the private bank, but you should be present. You should be present.
Yeah.
In
So
your
okay.
location.
Yeah. It's not like an app. It's just the app for the bank. Sorry, I probably should have. We have got a video about it, don't we? About somewhere. I don't know. All the videos blur into one.
If you can do the great, like, moment together, yes, it's great as well. But we have one story. If you don't mind, like, I will tell you quickly, and you
If
can
you've got
judge.
another spare hour. If you've got a spare hour, like to share with you.
Do you want to spend hour with Luba? And so, like, the story was just like, I will shortly say, just remind me. So the lady has a birthday, and it was in Kiev, and the guy invited her, like, he wanted to go someplace that he been like many years ago. It was some park with the love story of the lady who died, and then she created this park. I don't remember like exactly the story, but like, and for him it was a very special place, and he was dreaming to return there with the lady that he will find very attractive to him, and he will come back, and they will be together. And so he was planning to hire the driver. Then it became like a bad weather, and she changed the date, and then the driver can't, and so she ended up driving there. It was her birthday. It was about 2 hours drive, and she was driving there. They stopped one time on a gas station, so he put a gas for her in her car. They went to the park. They was walking, and everything was great. It was nice. It was a little bit wet. It was a little bit cold. So when she came home, she was kind of like, so it was my birthday. Do I, like, what happened this day? So for him, it was like this trip. It was his gift. They went to this park. For her, it was like, no, no, guys, you would agree with me what it was for her. She was driving. So if he would hire a nice car, and he will get some champagne, some chocolate for her, they will just listening to some music, and they will be hugging each other and cuddling on this back seat. Yes, but she was driving there 2 hours one way, 2 hours another way, walking on a wet, and that's it. And he was thinking that, this is the moment that they created. So I don't know, maybe in the US it would be okay. Like, maybe this would be okay if it is your special place, and then after 10 years of marriage you go for such kind of thing. But if you just met, it's not normal. Like, it's better ask me 15 times, like, what is more appropriate. If you value this lady, if you want to be with her, it's better to ask my opinion and Striker's opinion, than to do something like that. Because unfortunately, yes, I would say that this ruined their relationship. And they now both happily in relationship, but and maybe it
Yeah,
not meant to
yeah.
be.
It's like we did a video. I don't know when it was. Maybe a few weeks ago, and it was like I don't know what it was called, but it was guys are waiting for the confirmation from her that she's interested before they start acting as though they're really interested they're on the A game, the top level. And this is wrong all the time. This one here from Michael, it says gifts are reciprocated from legit women. Now, only ever in Ukraine can you differentiate legit women and non-legit women. You would never say that in the United States. You would call them by some other means, maybe gold diggers, maybe not gold diggers, or who knows what the new names
But
are
the
anyway.
thing is, sorry, they at least they not simulate, and they not like fake it, like, oh, I love it so much, like she would say.
Well, I
And
was going to say here, like I'll just finish this. It was a one line. It was a one line thing. I obviously talk too much as I usually do, but it says here gifts are reciprocated with legit women. It's actually gifts are reciprocated with women that are interested in you, right? Because she could be a scammer, but actually, let me just put another line underneath that one. Gifts are reciprocated with women that see value in you, right? And that's the bottom line there. If she sees value in you, then yeah, she'll spend time, she'll drive across town, like Luba was saying, she will come out with you and drink champagne or cocktails or coffee till 3 a.m. when she's got to go to work at 6 a.m. And if she sees enough value in you, she'll push those boundaries But when you say gifts, like sort of think a little bit more than gifts. Like gifts, like towards the man can be just time, time, and also the inconvenient time. If she's got work or something like that, she puts you before some of those things as well. But yes, I understand what you're saying. If she's not a scammer, she'll reciprocate the thing. But she could still be a scammer and just see value in a guy and fall in love with that guy, even though she was a scammer. As I said in I think it was in one of my first videos, it said, actually, no, I think I might have been with you when I was on that tour. And I said, it's either you or that other girl that worked there. Was it like scammers can fall in love? Like she's a scammer, but scammers can fall in love too, which is true, right? Scammers aren't heartless. They need a man too.
Guys, I read here some comment that is a little bit shocking for me. Like Anthony saying, I'm chatting with the Ukrainian woman, but she spends more time on dating sites than she does chatting with me. But she told her family about me and they weren't interested in meeting me. Anthony, please wake up. Give us a call. Tomorrow we have 2 hours available in the evening. Please just do it. Just give us a call. What's going on? Like, why does this mean she likes me? It sounds like a joke, but if it is not a joke,
I'm kind of thinking that this is a joke. If it's not a joke, I apologize for making fun of, not making fun, but making light of the question. But really, it's you're being scammed. You're wasting your money. You're wasting your money on these sites.
Yeah, and also Kevin is saying here, if I like a woman from other dating sites, can you access those women by your company staff contacting her and setting up a date? Kevin, please give us a call. Like, what you're doing? Just like, guys, like, please. We don't want to say too much, but if you do the letter writing, or like some ladies are taking advantage, or a lot of, like, unfortunately, a lot of correspondence is become like very, very active in winter because it's a lot of holidays and the girl can say, oh, it would be so nice to get something from you. And then you will feel, oh, I need to send her something through this website. So like the meetings are very popular in summer. The correspondence is go very, very high in winter because everybody's staying home and they kind of want to chat to somebody. So please contact us. We are always happy to support and help, no matter where the lady is from. Striker can do like a little bit of research and we try to do as much as we can. Okay. And yeah, it has always been a little bit long, but thank you for everybody for staying with us.
Yes.
I don't know, this video is very difficult to manage, like according to the topic, according what we're talking about, because we start from the COVID, we finish with the gifts. But just remember that they are legit ladies and guys, and you just need to find one. You just need to know where to find it. And as Striker mentioned before, we set up this package for winter only, like 6 days package, when if you're planning to come, or you never been talking to Ukrainian lady, or you want to talk to a legit lady before you come, and you don't know, you want to try, you don't want to go for 12 dates, you don't want to go on tour, you can join this package and you can try and see what it is. So okay, there was a question. One guy asked, what is the difference between Rocket Match and Rocket Tour? Can you highlight it?
Funny you should say that, because we just did 2 videos about that. Did we?
No.
Yes. Yeah. We've got so basically a rocket match is the matching side of it. So both of them have the matching sides, I should say. But a rocket tour is the all-inclusive personalized trip that you go on with Luba, the wing woman. It's usually like 2 guys, sometimes 3 guys that's going to be going on the trip. It's like it's not like it's this. It changes for every trip. You go to different cities depending on where the matches are, etc., etc. But when it comes to Rocket Match, we do the matching. We help you get over to Ukraine. We help you we pay for the insurance. We do all that same stuff, but you have to pay for your own accommodation, transportation. You don't have an assistant with you, but we are here virtually. But a Rocket Tour, you have everything included: accommodation, good accommodation, not shitty accommodation, and you have assistants with you, transportation. Everything is included except for your dates. So if you go and do dating activities, then you pay for those yourself.
According to you, Anthony, how do you contact us? Please go to our website, heartrocket.com. And it's not hard rocket, it's heartrocket.com. Everything in description
Yeah.
below. And
Be careful.
please, yeah,
Be careful out there.
and please choose like consultation and book a call with for the available time.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You know, that's one thing. You know what we're bad at? We're bad at getting people to do like this sort of stuff. Yeah, if you would please like the video. Also, one thing that I never promote, and I should, and I don't know why I don't. I just forget all about it because it's just other stuff we talk about. Is that there's a website called ukrainefusion.com, which was a forum I made in 2019 before any of like Heart Rocket or anything like that. And it was for a place for come about with a conversation I was having with somebody that I just met about a place people can go and talk about their experiences and help each other out, because I do believe that there is a strong community when it comes to dating over in Ukraine, because it's very difficult to find people that get it, right? I could never tell many of my friends or discuss it why I didn't believe in Western dating, because they're like married to Western women and they'll just think that I'm chauvinistic or whatever it is. So I wanted to create this, and I don't promote it enough, but if you wanted to go over to Ukraine by yourself, there is enough information in Ukraine Fusion that's been posted by all of the guys over the last few years from their experiences of trying different agencies, different methods, different websites, free ones, paid ones, all this sort of stuff. You could just go in there and just say, hey, I'm whoever, Pete from Pennsylvania, where should I start? And you will be inundated with ideas and experiences. So just go and do it. You know, it's good. I don't post.
Yes, and if you can put your likes under this video, we will appreciate it, and leave like a little comment, like was it useful, was it interesting? Because sometimes something is going on with YouTube, and you know, like if like you're watching the video, if you're commenting and you put likes, then you know the YouTube recommend it, and we would appreciate, of course, if you do that on this video and our other videos as well. And thank you, like that you're spending this Sunday evening or afternoon with us.
You know, Luba and I sometimes talk about this. Like, you know, sometimes when we have these videos, and you know, you're talking away there, you're looking at the comments, I'm listening to Luba, and then you look up and it's like 60 something people are in this room. I remember the time when it got to like 98, and I was thinking it's going to get to 100. And for me, it's just unfathomable that I would even be talking to that many people. Like, if you could imagine 100 people in like my apartment or my living room or something, it would pack it out. And I have a huge fear. Well, I did, probably not so bad these days, of public speaking. So I don't know what it would be like if I was public speaking, but we appreciate all of you guys that check in on a Sunday night or Saturday night or whatever it is and ask your questions. So very appreciative of it. We do not, Luba and I talk about it quite a lot, actually, that it's quite amazing that people look at us, you know, and listen to our advice and our jokes and our silliness sometimes, you know. So thank you very much.
Yeah, and thank you so much for all the guys who sometimes jump on me on the street. It was funny, like several times it happened, like when the guys is like started screaming, "Luba, I know you." It was in the city center, so please don't scare me like this. Like I feel very scared when you do that, but it's very nice, and we really try to do our best for you, and it's very interesting times we're living in, and we will remember about them always, I think, and we will, you know, hopefully one day we will be laughing, but we wish all of you strong health, you know, and strong emotional health as well, going through all of this, and we are there for you anytime. If you just need to ask some question, please also visit our website, and there's like application form where you can ask anything you want. Jeff, today you're in a good humor, I see.
Yes, but we wish you guys an incredible Christmas, even though, you know, hopefully it's not, you know, you can still enjoy your time with your families, your friends, your pets, whatever it may
And
be.
we will promise you that we will do, like, the renovation on apartment will be completely finished in January. Nowadays, like what is going on there, like tomorrow they putting up the kitchen, they putting up the bed, I believe. We ordered the very nice couch, and the couch will come in January, because a little bit like order it late, and so it will come only after holidays, because in Ukraine, basically till 15th of January, nothing works. Like when they starting the holiday on 31st, they need 2 weeks to accumulate the alcohol level. So it's going to be like till 15th, it's very difficult to get anything. But we order curtains. The curtains going to be put next week. So we will try to do the video update before New Year, because it's basically it's all finished. Like it's almost finished. Like there's some things I want to order, some pictures on the wall, some art. The couch will not be there. Maybe some little works, but in general, it's almost done. It's great, and I'm happy with the result. To be honest, like I'm proud of what we've done, even though it was pretty complicated and difficult and challenging. But it gave us so much experience that if any of you will want to do that, I will promise you that we will give you the best advice about that, what to do and what never to do. And what never to do.
I think, like, we just had a conversation earlier today, and it was, if you were going to do it and do it for yourself, knowing that this is your dream apartment that you're going to live in, and yeah, it took a bit longer, maybe it cost a bit more, but it's incredible because you're going to live there. That's different from doing it like this, because it's like, I don't particularly want to live there. I think it's too small for my lavish tastes, but we'll see what happens anyway.
But it's again, like for somebody it's small because Striker just like to walk with the spread hands and like flying, but like it's pretty, like it's comfortable. I think if you stay there like by yourself, or if you even staying with your lady, it's going to be great. So if any of you will want to get it, like we're probably going to sell it January, February, and if you want to get it, we will be happy to be your guests. And like I don't really want to say goodbye to this apartment, so if any of our subscribers will buy this apartment and we can visit, like I promise you I will bring the best price.
You can have a free rocket tour.
Yes, call Jim, if you want to talk to us, please visit our website hardturkey.com, and on the top it will be consultations.
Can I ask a question here, because this is something that's been bothering me. Does it bother you guys out there that there's no dislike button on the videos anymore? This really is pissing me off. When they announced it, I thought, what's the point of that? Like, that's when I click onto a video, like I clicked on a few the other day because I had to fix something with the modem, and it's like, I don't know if it's a good video or not. I've got to spend 16 minutes to go through the video to see if it's good. I just want to see how many dislikes there are. So anyway, so I apologize if the dislike button is there. Also, when you look at him, when you upload a video, like a day later or 2 days later, you look at it and you go, oh yeah, and you can sort of work out the ratio between views to likes, think, oh, it did well or not. But without seeing the dislikes, I mean, what's those 4 people going to do now?
Yeah, it was always 4 people for us. Like, we feel so sad for them. They kind of like...
There's 4 within like the first like maybe 2 hours, and it's like, what are they doing now, man? If you're out there and you're watching this video, I'm sorry, man. It wasn't me. I had my thing. I would have allowed the dislike button to stay. I quite liked it. I think it's freedom of speech, but
yeah,
so YouTube thought otherwise.
Yeah, guys, we can talk for hours. Thank you so much for being with us. We're happy for all of you that you join us, that like who become a part of Hard Rocket, who just join our Telegram, everything. Like, we really do appreciate absolutely everybody, because I don't know, this is something, this become much more than just a business. It's like, it's not, it's like, it's really community where we share the interest. We introducing people to each other. We introducing even like guys to guys, as I said, like one of our 2 guys, like they opened the business, they working on business together at the moment. So it's great. Like, thank you so much for everybody. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, have a great year, stay healthy, and please visit Ukraine one day and give us a call.
Yeah, you better. We're waiting for you. So thank you very much. It's been a wicked adventure so far. So I guess we'll see you in
2022, but we're still going to post our videos, and please watch them. I think that we did a pretty good content. We will do some more next week, and more and more and more for you. Thank you so much. We see you next time. Bye.
We'll see you next time.